On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Registry.
An official list or record that contains details of people, objects, or events, a computer system that stores and manages data about something. The act or process of registering something, such as an event, a person, or an object.
Examples:
Registry database. Registry number. The hospital keeps a registry of patients' medical records.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Registration.
The process of recording or enrolling for a particular course or event. The action or process of officially recording or enrolling something, such as a name or trademark.
Examples:
Registration agency. Registration for a course. The online registration process was quick and easy to complete.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Bribe.
To try to make someone do something to gain one's favors or influence by giving a gift of money or other inducements.
Examples:
Bribe a politician. Bribe him with food. He tries to bribe the ship's captain to export illegal products.
Interrupt.
To say or do something that causes someone to stop in their speech or action.
Examples:
Interrupt a call. Abruptly interrupt. Her sleep was interrupted by recurring pain.
Hereditary.
Passed down from one generation to another through inheritance.
Examples:
A hereditary disease. Hereditary property. A hereditary condition is a medical condition caused by a genetic mutation passed down from one's parents.
Transfer.
To move, pass, or change from one person, place, or situation to another.
Examples:
Transfer a file. Transfer power. She transferred the money from her savings account to her checking account.
Declare.
To say, state, or announce something clearly, officially, or publicly.
Examples:
Declare independence. Declare my love. Foreign goods from abroad must be declared to customs when entering a country.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Ancestral.
Related to or connected with members of your family from the past.
Examples:
An ancestral graveyard. Ancestral roots. The ancestral home has been in the family for generations.
Farmland.
Land used for farming or agricultural purposes.
Examples:
Farmland acreage. Fertile farmland. The government is encouraging farmers to expand their farmland to increase food production.
Vacate.
To leave or give up possession of a place or position, to make a place or position empty.
Examples:
Vacate a property. Vacate a seat. I need to vacate my apartment by the end of the month.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Schedule.
A list of planned activities, tasks, or things that must be completed showing when they are intended to happen or be done.
Examples:
A heavy schedule. Arrange my schedule. So far, the meeting is going according to schedule.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
Judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Property.
A thing or things that belong to someone.
Examples:
A man of property. Chemical property. He stood to inherit $1 million property.
Corruption.
Dishonest, harmful, or illegal behavior, especially of people in positions of power.
Examples:
Corruption accusation. Federal corruption charges. Rampant corruption led to a loss of trust in the government.
Cremate.
To burn a dead body to reduce it to ash, often as part of a funeral or other death-related ritual.
Examples:
Cremate a body. Cremate the remains. They plan to cremate their loved ones according to their cultural traditions.
Sink.
To submerge or go down below the surface of a liquid or substance, to decline or deteriorate, to cause something to go down into a liquid substance or sink into something else.
Examples:
Sink a lot of capital. Sink a buzzer beater. The abandoned ship slowly began to sink into the murky waters of the harbor.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Disorient.
To make someone confused about where they are or where they should go.
Examples:
Disorient his audience. Disorient and wrong-foot viewers. Several studies have indicated that human activity at sea might disorient dolphins and whales.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else, a place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Quandary.
A state of uncertainty or confusion, particularly when one is unsure of what to do, a dilemma.
Examples:
Quandary situation. Financial quandary. I was in a quandary over which job offer to accept.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Chapter.
A separate section of a written work usually numbered and titled.
Examples:
An introductory chapter. Chapter of a political party. The final chapter provides a summary of the discussion.
Bloodline.
The hereditary line of descent of a group of related individuals, the genetic lineage or ancestry of a family, group, or species.
Examples:
Bloodline inheritance. Royal bloodline. The new champion racehorse came from a long line of strong bloodlines.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Surrounding.
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples.
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Fate.
The development of events beyond one's control, destiny, the ultimate outcome or consequence of a situation or person's actions.
Examples.
Fate of nations. Accept my fate. The fortune teller predicted his fate and warned him of the looming danger.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples.
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples.
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Feud.
A bitter argument between two parties, causing a lot of anger or violence.
Examples.
Family feud. Carry out a feud. The retired politician resolved the feud between groups through mediation.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples.
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Genocide.
The intentional killing of a large group of people, especially those of a particular ethnic group or nation.
Examples.
Genocide victims. Genocide resolution. The international community condemned the genocide in the country.
Hijack.
To seize control of an airplane or other vehicle during an operation, especially with violence.
Examples.
Hijack a helicopter. Hijack a phone number. He made a desperate effort to hijack an airliner.
External.
Belonging to or situated outside of someone or something.
Examples.
External factors. External commerce. When a company discloses information to the market, an external auditor verifies them.
Governance.
The act or process of governing or managing a political, social, or economic entity, the systems or principles that guide such processes.
Examples:
good governance, corporate governance. The United Nations assists countries in building strong governance frameworks and institutions.
Territory:
an area under the control of a ruler or state.
Examples:
acquire territory, territory in charge. They incorporated the conquered territory into their nation.
Religion:
a deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
religion sociology, freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Collide:
to hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
collide head-on, collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Internal:
of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples:
internal organs, the internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
Psychology:
the scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
psychology experiment, psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Inheritance:
the money, property, etc. that someone gives you when they die. Genetics, attributes acquired via biological heredity from ancestors.
Examples:
paternal inheritance, inheritance tax. His vast inheritance was equitably divided among the brothers.
Comprise:
to include or consist of something, the act of making up or forming something.
Examples:
comprise a large percentage, comprise the recent past. The team comprises players from different countries.
Segment:
a part or section of something, a distinct group within a larger whole.
Examples:
segment analysis, market segment. The report divided the data into segments based on age, gender, and income level.
Portrait:
a painting, picture, the likeness of a person, especially one showing the face.
Examples:
a portrait painter, portrait of a well-known figure. A well-known artist painted this lovely lady's portrait.
Panel:
a square or rectangular and flat piece of something that forms a distinct section or component of something, a small group of specialists who discuss particular topics or give their advice or opinion about something.
Examples:
panel discussion, cost of solar panels. A panel of economic advisors from the United States visited the country to help rebuild its economy.
Scroll.
A long roll of paper containing writing. Verb, to move through text or graphics on a screen to view different parts of them.
Examples:
Roll up a scroll. Scroll through a document. The house owner loved the large hanging scroll in the guest room.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Stake.
A share or financial investment in something such as a business, a wooden or metal post set up to mark something.
Examples:
Execution by burning at a stake. By the company's stake. The stake of the company is too high nowadays.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Footnote.
A note of additional information provided at the bottom of a page in a book or document, often indicated by a superscript number or symbol in the main text.
Examples:
Footnote citation. Add a footnote. I included a footnote in my essay to provide additional information and sources for my argument.
Intuitive.
Obtained through feelings rather than facts or proof.
Examples:
Intuitive eating. Intuitive judgment. I had an intuitive feeling that I might be pregnant.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
Fragment of a text. A broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Linear.
Of, relating to, or consisting of lines or length, able to be expressed as a straight line, especially on a graph.
Examples:
linear trend, a linear equation. People tend to make linear predictions.
Disorder:
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
the files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Contrast:
to put in opposition to show or emphasize differences.
Examples:
contrast with a decade ago. Contrast two things. It's intriguing to compare and contrast the two authors.
Unalterable:
impossible to change or modify, permanent, fixed, or constant.
Examples:
unalterable fact, unalterable truth. The Constitution contains unalterable rights for all citizens.
Serial:
consisting of or occurring in a series or sequence, relating to or involving a series or sequence of events, stories, or incidents.
Examples:
serial killer, serial number. The company is launching a new line of cereal products aimed at young adults.
Comprehensive:
complete and including all or everything necessary.
Examples:
a comprehensive explanation. Conduct a comprehensive survey. We have a comprehensive grasp of this topic.
Presentation:
the act of formally introducing or displaying something to others, the manner in which something is presented or given visually, verbally, or otherwise.
Examples:
presentation skills, presentation slides. She gave a fantastic presentation at the conference and received a standing ovation.
Fairly:
to a certain extent or degree, without favoring one party in an even-handed manner.
Examples:
fairly accurate. Have a fairly clear view. He deals fairly with his employees.
Abstract:
based on general ideas, feelings, or qualities and not on any of physical or concrete existence.
Examples:
an abstract noun. Abstract science. The invention of the camera triggered the development of abstract painting.
Opposition:
the act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Absolute:
perfect or complete or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
absolute loyalty, an absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Catalogue.
A complete list of items, often including technical details and prices.
Examples:
A classified catalog. Catalog card. She used the online catalog to find the perfect pair of earrings for her sister's birthday.
Curate.
A clergyman who is in charge of a parish, a person in charge of a museum, gallery, or church, responsible for the care and display of its collections and exhibitions. Verb, to carefully select, organize, and maintain items in a collection, exhibition, or presentation.
Examples:
Perpetual curate. Curate an art website. The art museum has hired a curate to select and display pieces from its collection.
Edit.
To prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it.
Examples:
Edit a history book. Edit a video. I need to edit this document before submitting it to my boss.
Collision.
An instance of two or more objects or entities crashing into each other, usually resulting in damage, impact, or conflict.
Examples:
Collision detection. Come into collision with my friend. The collision of tectonic plates can result in new mountain ranges, such as the Himalayas or the Alps.
Butte.
A steep hill or small mountain with a flat top and steep sides, usually found in arid or desert regions.
Examples:
Butte landscape. Limestone butte. We hiked up the Red Butte for a panoramic view of the surrounding landscape.
Chaotic.
Without any order or organization, extremely disorganized, unpredictable, and confusing.
Examples:
The chaotic economic situation. Chaotic theory. Change is also occurring in Turkey as a result of chaotic reform.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Descendant.
Children or offspring of a specific person, plant, or animal.
Examples:
Descendant of a pioneer. Third generation descendant. Those warriors' descendants are still skilled archers.
Arthurian.
Relating to King Arthur and the tales and legends associated with him.
Examples:
The Arthurian cycle. Arthurian romances. The Arthurian legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table are popular literary motifs.
Zionism.
A movement for the return of Jews to Zion, Israel, and the resumption of Jewish sovereignty in the land of Israel.
Examples:
Zionism movement, Zionism ideology. Theodor Herzl is considered to be the father of modern Zionism.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart, agricultural organization. She is the president of a large international organization.
Jewish.
Of or related to people whose traditional religion is Judaism.
Examples:
Jewish history, Jewish culture. My friend is a Jewish woman who celebrates Hanukkah every year.
Settlement.
An official agreement that brings an argument to a close, the process of establishing permanent residence in a place.
Examples:
The settlement of a dispute. Settlement in a new house. Our goal must be to achieve a peaceful settlement.
Acquire.
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
Acquire knowledge. Acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Oversee.
To watch and direct someone or something to make sure that it is being done correctly.
Examples:
Oversee the process. Properly oversee the staff. A committee was appointed to oversee a huge budget.
Acquisition.
The act of getting something, usually through purchase, negotiation, or effort.
Examples:
Merger and acquisition. Acquisition process. The company's latest acquisition of a rival firm has dramatically expanded its market share.
Behalf.
Represent, advantage, benefit, the interest of someone.
Examples:
On behalf of our management. On his own behalf. I gave witness on her behalf.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Establishment.
A business or organization, especially a well-established one, the act of starting or forming something that is meant to last for a long time.
Examples:
Run a large establishment. Establishment of a new government. The community celebrated the establishment of the new school.
Archives.
A collection of historical documents or records providing information about a place, institution, or group of people.
Examples:
Historical archives. Digital archives. The archives at the library contain a wealth of information about the city's history.
Paperwork.
Administrative tasks that involve writing or typing documents.
Examples:
Paperwork process. Bureaucratic paperwork. The paperwork for the loan application was extensive.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
Geography class. Economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples:
Demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Index.
A list of items, such as names, subjects, or keywords, that is arranged in a particular order and is usually found at the end of a book or document. A number or symbol that indicates the value or level of something, such as a stock index or a temperature index.
Examples:
A full text index. Health index. The stock market index measures the performance of a group of stocks.
Immigrant.
A person who has come to a country where they were not born to live there permanently.
Examples:
Immigrant communities. an immigrant from the country. Police received a report of illegal immigrants in the area.
Applicant.
A person who applies, especially for a job or position, someone who applies for a grant, loan, or other benefits.
Examples:
Potential applicant, job applicant. The job posting attracted many qualified applicants.
Immigration.
The act or process of coming to live permanently in a foreign country.
Examples:
Immigration control, immigration application. The immigration policy in this country is stringent, making it difficult for many people to obtain a visa.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital, patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Tuberculosis.
An infectious disease usually caused by tubercle bacteria that can attack many parts of a person's body, especially their lungs.
Examples:
Died of tuberculosis, a medicine for tuberculosis. Tuberculosis used to be considered a fatal disease.
Infertile.
Unable to grow crops or sustain life, not able to produce offspring or offspring that are viable.
Examples:
Infertile woman, infertile land. The soil in the desert is infertile, making it difficult to grow crops.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
Evil ways, a charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples:
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd, dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Treatment.
The way in which someone deals with or behaves towards someone or something, medical care provided to a patient for an injury or illness.
Examples:
First aid treatment. Treatment by diet. The primary purpose of the treatment is pain relief.
Transaction.
An instance of buying or selling something, the act or process of doing something.
Examples:
Card with no foreign transaction fees. Transaction balance. Electronic transactions remain incomplete due to system errors.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Asthma.
A chronic respiratory disease characterized by wheezing, coughing, and difficulty breathing.
Examples:
Asthma attack. Asthma symptoms. He always had to carry an inhaler due to his severe asthma.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Deserted.
Empty or abandoned, lacking inhabitants or visitors, left alone or left behind.
Examples:
Deserted city. Deserted island. The deserted street was quiet and eerie, with no signs of life.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Polygamy.
The practice of having more than one spouse at the same time.
Examples:
Abolish polygamy. Polygamy law. The practice of polygamy has been controversial and debated for centuries.
Privilege.
A special right or advantage that only one person or group of people has, usually because they are rich and powerful in a society.
Examples:
A breach of privilege. Privilege of membership. In the Middle Ages, the right to hunt in the wild was the privilege of royalty and nobility.
Capable.
Having the ability, skill, or potential to do something, competent or proficient in a particular task or area of expertise.
Examples:
Capable worker. Capable leader. She is highly capable of handling multiple tasks at once.
Numerous.
Amounting to a large indefinite number.
Examples:
Numerous countries. As numerous as the sand. These descriptions are based on a number of numerous assumptions.
Dowry.
Property or money brought by a bride to her husband on their marriage, traditionally in some cultures.
Examples:
Dowry payment. Donated dowry. Traditionally, a bride's dowry consisted of money, property, or other valuable possessions given to the groom's family.
Prominent.
Important, well-known, or noticeable.
Examples:
Prominent figure. Play a prominent role. The media frequently interviewed prominent scientists.
Fig.
A sweet and soft edible fruit with many seeds or a tree on which these grow.
Examples:
Fig marigold. Fig tree. He ate the dried figs he had preserved.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
majority of his wealth, material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Individual:
a single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
a private individual, individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Absence:
the fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
absence from work, a leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Dengue:
also breakbone fever, a viral disease transmitted by mosquitoes, characterized by fever, severe joint and muscle pain, and a rash.
Examples:
dengue mosquito, dengue outbreak. Many people in this region have contracted dengue fever from mosquito bites.
Imprisonment:
the state of being confined to a prison or jail, a sentence of confinement as a punishment for a crime.
Examples:
imprisonment at hard labor, life imprisonment. The judge handed down a sentence of imprisonment for the convicted criminal.
Moth:
an insect with wings similar to a butterfly that travels at night and is attracted to light.
Examples:
moth larva, moth attracted to the light. The moth is a serious threat to the farm's output.
Kidnapping:
the act of taking somebody away illegally and holding them captive.
Examples:
kidnapping attempt, mass kidnapping. She received a year's imprisonment for aggravated kidnapping.
Settler:
a person who moved with a group of others to live in a different country or area.
Examples:
new settlers, settlers on some foreign shore. A large proportion of railway workers in settler colonies were white.
Hunt:
to go after and try to catch wild animals to kill them for food, sport, or profit.
Examples:
hunt a job, hunt after knowledge. Hounds hunt their prey by using their keen scent.
Population:
the total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
population change, labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Explode:
to burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
explode in anger, explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Predator.
An animal whose natural behavior is to prey on others.
Examples:
Apex predator. Sexual predators. The native South American animals were in danger because of the predator's arrival.
Compete.
To strive to achieve more success than someone or something.
Examples:
Compete against a friend. Compete fiercely. You must compete with others to obtain this position.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Wildlife.
Animals, birds, insects, etc. that grow independently of people and live in natural conditions.
Examples:
Wildlife sanctuary. Bird and other wildlife. The conservation area has an abundance of wildlife.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Degrade.
To make something worse, especially in quality, to show or treat someone in a way that makes them see no value and do not have the respect or reasonable opinion of others.
Examples:
Degrade his public image. Degrade environmental quality. You should not degrade yourself by allowing them to use you.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Lethal.
Causing or capable of causing death, extremely dangerous.
Examples:
Lethal injection. Lethal weapon. Malignant hypertension is the most lethal form of hypertension.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Biosecurity.
A set of measures and protocols designed to protect against the risks associated with the intentional or accidental release of biological agents, such as viruses or bacteria that could cause harm to humans, animals, or plants.
Examples:
Biosecurity measures. Biosecurity protocol. Researchers are developing new technologies to improve biosecurity in the agricultural industry.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Virulence.
The degree or intensity of a pathogen's ability to cause disease or harm, the strength or power of a negative attribute or quality.
Examples:
Aggressive virulence. Infectious virulence. The virulence of the disease caused widespread concern among the population.
Euthanize.
To put a sick, injured, or very old animal to death humanely.
Examples:
Euthanize my terminally ill pet. Euthanize the rat. The family asked the doctor to euthanize their grandfather.
Collaboration.
The act or situation of working together to create or produce something.
Examples:
Collaboration between companies. Collaboration platform. The partnership program requires a mutual collaboration between both agencies.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, an organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
Foundation course. Weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Presumably.
Believed to be true or likely based on the available evidence, or supposed to be the case without definite proof.
Examples:
Presumably accurate. Presumably refuse the offer. The witness's testimony was presumably based on what he had seen and heard.
Killing.
The act of causing death, a sudden and intense force or effect that causes significant damage or destruction, a situation where someone is making a substantial amount of money or experiencing significant financial success.
Examples:
Killing spree. Profit killing. The killing of unarmed civilians is considered a war crime.
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
Promote a better relationship. Promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Massacre.
The indiscriminate killing of a large number of people.
Examples:
Massacre site. Bloody massacre. The massacre of innocent civilians shocked the world.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Murder.
The crime of killing somebody intentionally.
Examples:
Murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
Execute a bold strategy. Execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Mortal.
Subject to death, unrelenting and deadly.
Examples:
A mortal combat. This mortal life. All humans are mortal and will eventually die.
Remains.
The leftover parts or pieces of something that have been destroyed, removed, or consumed, the physical or biological remains of a deceased person, plant, animal.
Examples:
Remains of a building. Human remains. The remains of the ancient civilization can still be seen in the city's ruins.
Exhume.
To dig up or remove something, especially a corpse, from a grave or other burial place, to uncover or bring something hidden or forgotten to light.
Examples:
Exhume remains. Exhume the past. The authorities had to exhume the body for further investigation into the cause of death.
Grave.
A place where a dead body is buried, typically marked by a headstone or other memorial, a very serious, solemn, or important matter. Verb: to carve, cut, or etch a design, inscription, or mark onto a hard surface, such as stone or metal. Adjective: serious, solemn, or weighty in nature.
Examples:
Graven image. Grave mistake. Many innocent civilians were killed and buried in mass graves outside the city during the war.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown. The act or ceremony of placing a dead body in a grave.
Examples:
Burial at sea. A round burial mound. The burial ceremony was a somber reminder of his passing.
Commission.
A formal instruction, command, or request given to a person or group, an official group of people entrusted by a government or other official body to control or enforce something.
Examples:
Commission appointed by the government. The commission of murder. She gets a commission on each contract.
Identification.
The act or process of recognizing, proving, or designating someone or something.
Examples:
An identification tag for children. Personal identification number. Eye movements complicate identification by retinal scanning.
Graffiti.
Writing or drawings scribbled, scratched, or sprayed illicitly on a wall or other surface in a public place.
Examples:
Graffiti art. Graffiti tag. The city spent a lot of money cleaning up the graffiti on the buildings downtown.
Battery.
A device that is placed inside a car, gadget, equipment, etc., and that provides electrical power to them.
Examples:
A dry battery. Battery charging. The engine did not start because the battery was flat.
Execution.
The act or process of carrying out a plan, order, or course of action. The act or process of carrying out the death penalty.
Examples:
Compulsory execution. Execution by injection. The execution of the plan was flawless, resulting in a record-breaking profit for the company.
Scorpion.
A small creature similar to an insect with a segmented body, a pair of pincers, and a long, thin tail that ends in a venomous sting.
Examples:
Scorpion fish. Poisonous scorpion. The scorpion's venom can be lethal to humans.
Bless.
To make or pronounce holy, to hallow, to consecrate, to sanctify.
Examples:
Bless him in my heart. Bless you. The priest blessed the couple as they knelt before him.
Orthodox.
Following or conforming to the traditional, normal, or commonly accepted beliefs, ideas, or activities of or relating to Judaism, of or relating to the Eastern Orthodox Church.
Examples:
An orthodox doctrine. Orthodox thought. He challenged the orthodox views on business.
Priest.
A person who performs religious duties and ceremonies, especially in the Christian faith.
Examples:
Priest in clerical garb. Faithful priest. He was ordained as a priest in the Catholic Church.
Solicit.
To ask for something, especially in an urgent or pleading manner, to seek something through entreaty.
Examples:
Solicit advice. Solicit patronage. The company solicited donations from its employees for the charity event.
Council.
A group of people who have been elected or appointed to make decisions or give advice on a particular subject or in a particular place.
Examples:
Other council members. City council election. The city council voted to approve the new development project.
Multi-generational.
Involving or encompassing multiple generations, particularly within a family or community, relating to or affecting people of different age groups or life stages.
Examples:
Multigenerational home. Multigenerational workforce. The multigenerational family farm has been passed down for generations.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Situ.
Short for situated, meaning located or placed in a particular position or circumstance.
Examples:
Ex situ conservation. In situ control. Melanoma in situ is considered the earliest stage of melanoma and has a high cure rate with appropriate treatment.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government, a course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Propaganda.
Information, ideas, or claims spread to influence public opinion or promote a particular cause or ideology.
Examples:
Propaganda campaign. Self-serving propaganda. The government used propaganda pictures to spread its message of national unity.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Publicity.
The attention, awareness, or exposure given to someone or something by the media or through promotional efforts. The actions or efforts aimed at creating public interest, awareness, or recognition.
Examples:
Mass publicity, media publicity. The company hired a PR agency to handle its publicity campaign.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Instruct.
To teach someone practical skills or knowledge, to formally order or tell someone to do something.
Examples:
Instruct a student. Instruct a computer. The facility manager instructed the security guards to be on high alert.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Potentially.
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
Potentially affected. Potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Controversial.
Causing a lot of hot public discussion and dispute.
Examples:
Controversial book. Controversial policy. The issue of the death penalty is highly controversial.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
Ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Minority.
The smaller part of a group, especially a number or part representing less than half of the whole, a period before adult legal age.
Examples:
A minority position. Number of minority students. Some ethnic minority groups experience discrimination in society.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Terrorism.
The use of violence to attain political or religious goals, or to compel a government to act.
Examples:
terrorism against civilians, anti-terrorism bill. Democracy is utterly opposed to any form of terrorism.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
a bell tower, the tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
Advisor.
A person who gives advice about a particular subject.
Examples:
a medical advisor, chief advisor. After retiring, he continued to be an advisor to politicians.
Governor.
The person who holds the highest executive office in a state or province.
Examples:
governor general, a prefectural governor. The state governor visited the affected areas and promised to aid the victims.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
occupy his time, occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
cognitive complexity, complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something. To come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Opposed.
Being completely different from something or disagreeing strongly with something.
Examples:
Two opposed characters. Absolutely opposed to abortion. I'm strongly opposed to that plan.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Rescind.
To officially revoke or cancel a decision, law, or agreement. To undo or annul something previously established.
Examples:
Rescind a decision. Rescind a contract. The company had to rescind its new policy when it caused employee outrage.
Pixel.
The smallest unit of an image that can be displayed or manipulated electronically, typically a point of light on a computer screen or in a digital image.
Examples:
Pixel density. Color pixels. The computer screen comprises thousands of tiny pixels that create the overall picture.
Recognizable.
Easy to become aware of or identify.
Examples:
To a recognizable degree. Recognizable landmark. His car was easily recognizable in the parking lot.
Accompany.
To go somewhere or travel with someone or something.
Examples:
Accompany a chicken dish. Accompany the book. Please let me know if you want to accompany me to my hometown.
Postage.
The cost or fee paid for sending a letter or package through the mail or postal service. The stamps or labels affixed to a mail item to indicate that the required postage has been paid.
Examples:
Postage cost. Prepaid postage. I need to buy more postage stamps for my international mail.
Imitation.
A duplicate of anything, particularly something valuable, the act of replicating someone or something.
Examples:
Imitation antique. Artificial imitation. Many individuals believe that children learn languages through imitation.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Friction.
The force that opposes motion between two objects in contact, especially by producing heat and wear, and is proportional to the normal force between the objects.
Examples:
Friction force. Surface friction. The friction between the two countries was causing tension.
Usurp.
To take or claim a position, power, authority, etc., without the right or legitimate claim, to seize and hold something, especially a position or power, by force.
Examples:
Usurp power. Attempt to usurp the throne. The competitor tried to usurp the reigning champion's title.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Innocent.
Not guilty of a crime, offense, etc., not having an evil mind or knowledge.
Examples:
An innocent child. Thousands of innocent people. My husband was found innocent of any crime.
Bystander.
A person who witnesses an event or situation but does not actively participate or intervene.
Examples:
Innocent bystander. shocked bystander. The bystander effect is a phenomenon where people are less likely to intervene in an emergency if others are present.
Tension.
A state of mental or emotional strain or excitement, the state of being stretched tight.
Examples:
tension headache, a high-tension wire. The tension in the room was palpable as the team waited for their leader to speak.
Dispute.
A disagreement, argument, or controversy between two people, groups, or countries, especially a formal one.
Examples:
a legal dispute over the title. Dispute settlement. The dispute over the ownership of the land has been ongoing for years.
Decapitate.
To cut off the head of someone, to behead.
Examples:
decapitate the enemy. Decapitate a statue. The executioner was about to decapitate the condemned prisoner.
Mayor.
An elected official who presides over a city or town government.
Examples:
a deputy mayor. Mayor's race. The incumbent mayor announced his plans to address the city's homelessness crisis.
Install.
To fix furniture, a machine, or a piece of equipment into position so that it can be used, put into an office or a position.
Examples:
install a door. Install a chairperson. The new president was installed immediately after the national election.
Protective.
Serving to protect or shield from harm or danger, designed to prevent damage or injury.
Examples:
protective coating. Protective measures. Wearing protective gear is crucial for athletes to prevent injuries.
Suburb.
An outlying district or residential area of a city or town, typically comprising middle-class and affluent neighborhoods.
Examples:
suburb development. Suburb life. He grew up in the suburbs, but always dreamed of living in the city.
Turret.
A small tower or tall structure, often found on the corner of a building, typically used for defensive purposes. A rotating armored structure on a military vehicle or ship for mounting weapons.
Examples:
medieval turret. Turret lathe. The turret atop the castle provided a panoramic view of the surrounding area.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
principle of treatment, principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Retribution.
Punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act, just desert or compensation for wrongdoing.
Examples:
divine retribution, seek retribution. He faced retribution for his crimes and was sentenced to many years.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples:
criminal justice, justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Retaliate.
To respond to an action or attack with a similar action, especially one that is intended to harm or punish the other person.
Examples:
retaliate for the blow, retaliate in a like fashion. After the other team scored, we retaliated by playing even harder and scoring 2 quick goals.
Archetype.
A very typical example of a certain person or thing, a recurrent symbol or motif in literature, art, or mythology that represents a universal pattern of human nature.
Examples:
archetype symbol, feminine archetype. The hero's journey is a common archetype in many myths and stories.
Episode.
A happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples:
end of the first episode, episode of vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Repetition.
The act of doing or saying something many times.
Examples:
repetition of the word, habitual repetition. Repetition is the mother of all learning.
Exploration.
The activity of searching and finding out about something through a place.
Examples:
future of space exploration, an Arctic exploration. He called for a careful exploration of the consequences.
Orphanage.
An institution for the care of orphans, equals a child whose parents are dead.
Examples:
build an orphanage, orphanage director. He grew up in a Christian orphanage and never knew his biological parents.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
adopt a child, adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Nowhere.
Not in, at, or to any place, not anywhere.
Examples:
nowhere else to go. Come out of nowhere. I've been thinking all day and getting nowhere.
Trafficking.
The illegal trade in goods, services, or people, often across national borders.
Examples:
trafficking operation, narcotic trafficking. Human trafficking is a serious issue that needs to be addressed by governments and organizations worldwide.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
pornography addiction, violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
Prostitute.
A person, typically a woman, who engages in sexual activity in exchange for payment.
Examples:
prostitute street, a male prostitute. She turned to prostitute to make ends meet.
Criminal.
A person who has committed a crime.
Examples:
wanted criminal, criminal investigation. The police are searching for the criminal who stole the jewels.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
survival ability, survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
commit suicide, suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Insufficient.
Not enough for a particular purpose.
Examples:
insufficient evidence. There are insufficient doctors. We had raised a small amount of money from investors, but funds were insufficient.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
supple muscles, supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Bathe.
To wash or immerse oneself or another person in the water or a liquid, to expose a part of the body to a natural element, such as sunlight or air.
Examples:
bathe in the sea, bathe the baby. I always bathe my dog after she swims in the lake.
Infrequent.
Occurring rarely or irregularly, happening at long intervals, not happening often or in large numbers.
Examples:
Infrequent showers. Infrequent meetings. Traveling to remote villages can be difficult due to infrequent transportation.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Vacuum.
A space empty of matter, a device or tool used for cleaning or removing debris by creating suction.
Examples:
Vacuum cleaner. Vacuum packing. Please use the vacuum to clean up the mess on the floor.
Projector.
A device that projects or casts an image onto a surface, often used for presentations, film screenings, or displaying visual content, typically involves using light and lenses to create an enlarged image.
Examples:
Projector screen. Portable projector. The movie theater installed state-of-the-art digital projectors to enhance the movie-going experience.
Dentist.
A person who is qualified and licensed to treat people's teeth.
Examples:
A dentist's office. Consult a dentist. I am going to the family dentist to get my teeth cleaned.
Drill.
A tool or machine used for making round holes or driving fasteners, a training or practice.
Examples:
The drill hit the well. Fire drill. Several military drill programs have become popular methods of exercise.
Translate.
To convert or change words into another language.
Examples:
Translate a document into English. Translate the emotion to a movement. Translate the text from Italian into English.
Abridge.
To shorten or condense a book, a play, a speech, etc., while maintaining its essence.
Examples:
Abridge a biography. Abridge a speech. I had to abridge the novel to fit it into the time allotted for the movie.
Render.
To bring someone or something into a particular state, to provide something such as service, help, etc.
Examples:
Render an assessment. Render the contract void. The jury must render a decision on this complex case.
Pile.
A collection of objects positioned one on top of another, a large sum of something, such as money.
Examples:
A sand pile. The height of a pile. After the party, they had to clean up piles of dirty dishes.
Arch.
A curved structure with two supports that holds the weight of something above it, such as a bridge or the upper part of a building.
Examples:
The arch of a person's foot. An arch-shaped stone structure. The arch bears the weight of the overhead bridge.
Accumulation.
An amount of something obtained via natural growth or addition.
Examples:
Accumulation of wealth. Accumulation effect. Accumulation of fuel discounts is common practice among many retailers.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On three sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Articulate.
To express oneself clearly and effectively in spoken or written language.
Examples:
Articulate his position. Eloquently articulate. She was able to articulate her argument in the debate clearly.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Relentless.
Persistent and determined, continuing despite difficulties or setbacks.
Examples:
Relentless attack. Face relentless pressure. The athlete's relentless training paid off in the end.
Persistent.
Continuing firmly or obstinately in the course of action, despite difficulty or opposition, lasting or enduring without fading or being lost over time.
Examples:
Persistent cough. Persistent data. Despite the setbacks, he remained persistent in his pursuit of his dreams.
Unending.
Seeming to have no end.
Examples:
Unending battle. The unending bliss. Creating amazing shows requires constant unending effort.